Hey miners, Mining King here. Today we're going to be talking about the EVGA RTX 3070 XC3 Ultra Light Hash Rate version 2. So, this is what we'll be checking out today. So, let's get right into it. Alright guys, before we get into this video, if you guys could please like, share, and subscribe, I really appreciate it as it helps my channel. As well as you can check out our Discord down in the description down below if you have any questions, mining rig, troubleshooting questions, or maybe got questions about graphics cards if they're at a good price or whatever you may have you. Just check us out in the Discord down below. Alright, let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so we're over here at my on my Google spreadsheets here, which I will leave a link down to this down below, so you guys can check this page out. It has this 3070, and this all these spreadsheets are for other. This is for a non-LHR 3070. This is for a 1660 Super. So there's some other NVIDIA GPUs, and I also have one for AMD GPUs that I'm going to be redoing all that, and I'm going to be updating them with more coin. So let's get right into it. This is a EVGA RTX 3070 LHR version 2. Now this card does take an 8-pin and a 6-pin, and it can use more power in some situations compared to the 3060 Ti previously I used, which was also a light version hash rate 2 card. The 3060 Ti only needs a single 8-pin to be powered, so keep that in mind, guys. So for all you new miners out there, Ethereum is extremely memory dependent. So when you're doing absolute core lock, this is only just to do for to control the wattage, as well as all my testing is done in Hive OS. So just keep that in mind. These are all Hive OS overclocked. So the best that I could yield due to the LHR limiter was 45.06 mega hashes at 130 watts. I had 1100 absolute core lock with 2500 memory. I was using T-Rex miner and mining the Hivon pool. I don't know if the pools mattered where you mine to, but I just try to keep as much information, down as I can for maybe different variables. So that's going to be our best hash rate for Ethereum. Now let's get into another new coin, which is going to be Alephium. And this coin is extremely memory dependent. Memory overclocks have little to or no change to the actual mega hashes that you'll have with Alephium, which is why you're able to dual mine this coin, because it is core dependent, not memory dependent. We will be using T-Rex miner, and we'll be mining to hero miners with this. Out of the box, we had 1.486 gigahashes at 250 watts, and this is with no settings, just straight out of the box. And our most efficient was right down here at 108%, and that was pretty much at 1 gigahash at 100 watts, and that was with 1400 absolute core lock. Now, I do try to keep some notes here on the side of the coin so you can read some of my notes. So the next one that's going to be up is going to be FluX. It's been pretty popular lately. Everyone's been liking to mine it. So if you don't know this, as far as for me, and maybe this because I'm a new miner, but I noticed that the FluX hash rates do fluctuate quite a bit. Like you could get like 50 solutions and then you could drop down to 40. So they can be pretty... they can have pretty hard drops. I don't know if that's regular or not. And this right here, my test rig is a single test rig, just with only this GPU on it and no other GPUs. And the GPU is actually is connected to the main slot on the motherboard too, to eliminate any other kind of variables. So we will be using Mini Z miner, and we'll be mining to hero miners pool. So I did note that memory does help with the, hash rate fluctuating so much. So we got 66.54 souls out of the box at 250 watts. The efficiency on that's not so good. It's only at 26%. My most efficient one, though, I got was right here at 1300 absolute core lock. And then I used the 2500 memory just to kind of keep it more stable, more around this number, which is at 48.18 souls at 115 watts. And we're at 41.89% efficiency. So let's get into our the next coin is going to be Ravencoin. Ravencoin behaves pretty much like Ethereum, but it just needs more power. It's a much more intensive algorithm. Um, if you guys are new to mining, pretty much when you're mining on Kapow, it's pretty much half of your Ethereum mega hashes. So if you're getting 60 mega hashes on Ethereum and then you start mining Ravencoin, you're probably only going to get like 30 mega hashes. And yeah, it's also going to take a little bit of more wattage to achieve that as well. So out of the box, we got 26.01 mega hashes at 260 watts with no overclocks at all, and we're using T-Rex and we're mining 2 miners. The best efficiency that we could get is right here at 30.57 mega hashes at 160 watts. We're at 1100 absolute core lock and 2500 memory. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same overclock as Ethereum, but it takes more wattage. We're at 160, and Ethereum we're only at 130, so it's 30 more watts. So if you have 5 cards, or say you have 6 cards and they take 30 more watts, you know, that's like 200 more watts. It's like 180 watts that you have to add on to make sure you have the overhead for your PSU. So the next coin, though, I had a lot of problems with this coin, just like my other last LHR version 2 card. I believe it's from the Verthash algorithm. I think it's similar to Ethereum, so I do believe there's a limiter on there, possibly. I tried lots of different overclocks, all kinds of core locks, memory locks, power limits, everything, and nothing worked. It was just all over the place. These couple of numbers were the best for me. 482 kilohashes at 85 watts, which gives us a 56% efficiency. Verthash for Vertcoin is an extremely low wattage algorithm. However, it's just not very profitable to mine. Now, note that this algorithm is also extremely memory dependent. So maybe possibly you could mine this and dual mine something else. But Verthash is extremely limited. There's only a few miners that mine this, and actually if you're using NVIDIA, you have to use the Verthash miner. There is no other miners right now that support this. The next coin is going to be Eternity. I know this hasn't been a popular coin of late, but maybe some of you guys like to mine it. So we got 10 hashes per second out of the box with no overclock settings. We're using Gminer and we're mining the Woolly Pulley. Now this particular coin is core dependent, so maybe possible future mining, dual mining of this coin could be in the future. Pretty much adding memory just increased our wattage and didn't increase our hashes very much. So memory overclocks are really not applied here. So our most efficient is going to be at 8.43 hashes per second at 125 watts, and it was just used with the 1300 absolute core lock. That was our most efficient for Eternity. Now Ergo was going to be our next one, and this one also I'm not sure because this is also a very memory dependent algorithm, and according to what to mine, I should be getting about 130 mega hashes with my 3070. But I do notice that when I do start mining this, sometimes it does jump up to 150, 160, and then it tunes down itself severely. So I do think the version 2 light hash rate cards are also affected by Ergo. I believe the version 2 light hash rate cards also are starting to acquire more memory dependent algorithms, so that way maybe miners will be, you know, it will be less enticing for us to purchase them. So Ergo, we got 75.76 mega hashes out of the box with no overclock settings. And see, it jumped up to about 150, 160, and then it tuned itself and it sat down here, and this is where it settled at. So I don't know if that's because of the LHR limiter or not. So the most efficient that I could get was right here at 1100 core and 2500 memory. Pretty much any of the memory dependent ones will be pretty solid at 2500 memory. And the core is pretty much just used to control the wattage. Now, I did notice that on Ergo, these mega hashes do jump severely. And I noticed that when I set just the memory with a power limit, it was much more stable, because this right here would jump all the way up to about 150 sometimes, just for a couple, 1 or 2 seconds, and then come back down and then go back up. So it was, this one I'm not sure is correct or not. So this is my preferred setting that I like, 2500 memory at 130 watts, and we're at about 69.85% efficiency. The next coin is going to be TON, and this is an extremely core dependent algorithm. So we got 2.76 gigahashes out of the box, no overclocks applied. We're using LOL miner, and we're mining the TON pool. The most efficient is at going to be at 1300 absolute core lock. So 1.883 gigahashes is getting us about 22.15%. So as far as the dual mining went, I kind of just went with the best numbers that I could get. So the best for me, I'm not just going to list all the overclocks I used, because I mean, I went through a lot of them. So the best for me on this card was 44.05 mega hashes on Ethereum, and then 1.685 gigahashes on TON. So that was with 1400 absolute core lock at 2500 memory, and I was around 170 watts. Now, whenever I'm measuring my wattage, I have my watt meter, so I'm getting it from the wall, and I'm not using the software. So, and then for Ethereum and Alephium, I had 45.69 mega hashes on Ethereum, and then I had 760 mega hashes on Alephium at 170 watts, and I used the exact same overclock settings. These two end up mostly being always the same, at least in my situations for me. All right, miners, that's going to be it for this video. I'm just really trying to show you guys these hash rates and efficiency, so that way you guys could get the best overclocks and make your rigs the most profitable. So if you guys like these efficiency videos, please say something down in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Maybe if you want me to do something different, or if there's something I can improve on, just let me know down below. I appreciate it. So once again, this video was on the EVGA RTX 3070 Lite hash rate version 2. So anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.